yogis. Welcome to your practice. Today we're going to come into a nice heart opening flow. So we're going to start in a nice comfortable seated position. Just closing down the eyes, turning your awareness inwards. Just focusing in on your breath. Observing the sensations felt through the lungs as you breathe in and out. Feeling that nice expansion across the chest. Creating spaciousness. Stay for 2 more breaths here. And making your way into your tabletop, stacking the shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Engaging Hasta Bandha, your hand lock, engaging Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, engaging Uddiyana Bandha, navel to spine. We're going to take a few rounds of cat-cow with your own breath in your own time, so just moving with your breath. With each inhalation, feel as if you're opening your heart, shining your heart forward. Making your way back to your neutral tabletop, engaging Hasta Bandha, your hand lock, engaging Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, engaging Uddiyana Bandha, navel to spine. Tuck the toes and press back to downward facing dog. Pedaling out here. And coming into stillness. Coming up onto the tips of the toes, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, walk, step or hop. Take a halfway lift as you inhale, forward fold as you exhale. We'll take that 2 more times. Halfway lift as you inhale, forward fold as you exhale. Last one, halfway lift as you inhale, forward fold as you exhale. Ground down through all 4 corners of the feet and rise all the way up to Tadasana. Hands come through, heart center, forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale. Hands press down into the mat, step back to your high plank. Option to drop the knees as always. Engage Hasta Bandha, your hand lock. Engage Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. Engage Uddiyana Bandha, navel to spine. Bring the body weight forward over the wrists, elbows hugging towards the body. Take Chaturanga Dandasana and release all the way down. 3 rounds of mini cobra as you inhale your heart forward. Exhale to release. 2 more in your own breath, in your own time. Once you've completed your 3 rounds, tuck the toes and press back to downward facing dog. Come up onto the tips of the toes, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, walk, step or hop. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Forward fold as you exhale, rise up, Tadasana. Hands come through, heart center, forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands press down into the mat, step back, high plank. Take your Chaturanga Dandasana, releasing all the way down to the mat. This time 3 rounds of either cobra or mini cobra as you inhale, rise. As you exhale, release. 2 more in your own breath, in your own time. Once you've completed 3 rounds, tuck the toes, press back to downward facing dog. Coming up onto the tips of the toes, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, walk, step or hop. Take a halfway lift as you inhale, forward fold as you exhale and rise all the way up to Tadasana. Hands come through, heart center, forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands press down into the mat, step back, high plank. Take your Chaturanga Dandasana. Release all the way down to the mat. This time we're going to take the fingertips out nice and wide, so wider than your mat. Pressing the fingertips down into the ground, squeezing the shoulder blades together. As you inhale, reach the chest forward. As you exhale, release. 2 more in your own breath, in your own time. Once you've completed your 3 rounds, releasing all the way down to the mat. Take the hands by the thighs and prepare for locust pose, pressing the pelvis and the hips down into the mat, pressing the palms and the tops of the feet down into the mat. Engage the thighs, engage the glutes, engage Mula Bandha pelvic floor, engage Uddiyana Bandha navel to spine. On your next inhale, reach the heart forward. Do not forget to breathe here. It can be really easy to forget to breathe in locust pose. So keeping all of your bandhas engaged here, this will really help you to maintain your breath. If it's there for you, you can lift your feet or your hands or both up off the mat. Really expand your heart, open your heart. Stay for 2 more breaths here. And then slowly release all the way down to the mat, resting one cheek down on the mat. Stack the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes and press back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky for 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, look between the hands and step the foot between the hands as you rise up to crescent lunge. As you exhale, sweep the arms back, chest reaches forward for arrowhead. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sweep. Inhale to rise, and as you exhale, open out to your warrior 2. Late edge of the back foot now in line with the back of the mat, heels hugging in towards each other. Clasp the hands behind the back and press the fists down towards the mat, opening up through the chest. Then gently tuck the front ribs down. And we're going to take the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Relax the head and the neck completely. Stay for 2 more breaths here. And then rising back up to your warrior 2. Turn the toes of the right foot to the left side of the mat. Take the hands to the hips and take the left foot to the back of the mat. Bend through the left knee. Take your warrior 2. Clasp the hands behind the back. Press the fists down towards the mat. As the chest flares out, gently tuck the front ribs downwards. Then take the left shoulder to the inside of the left leg. Relax through the head and the neck. And slowly rise to your warrior 2. Straighten through the front leg, through the left leg. Take the hands to the hips, left toes to the left side of the mat, right toes to the front. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat to frame the foot, swivel on the back foot and step back to downward facing dog. Release the knees down to the mat and walk the fingertips in towards the body, cross the legs behind you, bottom moves over the hips. And then we're going to take the heels to the front of the mat. Hip width distance apart, heels in nice and close, sitting up nice and tall onto the sit bones. Engage the thighs, engage the glutes, engage Mula Bandha pelvic floor, engage Uddiyana Bandha navel to spine. Reach the arms out in front and then slowly start to recline all the way down to the mat. Just stay nice and open through the chest here. Nice, slow, mindful movement. Open up your heart. And slowly releasing all the way down. Release the hands by the sides and walk the heels in a little closer towards the buttocks. Still hip width distance. Engage the thighs, engage the glutes, engage Mula Bandha pelvic floor, engage Uddiyana Bandha navel to spine. And then slowly start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling for bridge pose. You might like to stay here, or you might like to clasp the hands underneath the body, pressing the fists down into the mat, opening up through the chest a little more. You may even like to take wheel pose here, taking the fingertips behind the shoulders, elbows hugging in nice and close towards the body, and coming up onto the crown of the head, and then pressing all the way up, opening up through your chest. And slowly releasing all the way down to the mat. Hugging the knees into the chest and rocking from side to side. Coming into stillness, take the arms out at shoulder height. We're going to take the knees over to the right. Left shoulder plugs down into the mat. Feel that nice rinsing out of the spine. Allowing any emotions, any stories to bubble up. And then gently, softly melt away. Coming back through center and switching over to the other side. Knees to the left, right shoulder plugging down. Going back through center, hugging the knees into the chest and rocking from side to side. You might like to stay here, or you might like to take happy baby with the arms between the knees and the hands to the outside edges of the feet, rocking from side to side. You can stay here as long as you like, or if there's any other poses you feel that your body needs before coming into your final resting pose, your Shavasana, now is your opportunity. Whenever you're ready, making your way into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Laying all the way down on the mat. Just letting go of any thoughts. Focusing in on your breath. Staying here in your Shavasana for as long as you can spare today. We're coming towards the end of the challenge. You should be able to stay for a little bit longer as far as your mind goes, as far as the stories that your mind tells you goes. If you need to get up and get on with the rest of your day, then please do. But if you have the time, do stay with your thoughts, with your mind, with your breath. Allowing this deep relaxation to bring upon some nice meditative thoughts. Perhaps a bit of reflection, maybe on your practice, maybe on things that are going on in your life. Just allow things to come up for you here. Don't push them away. Allow them to simmer to the surface. And just observe them. Don't indulge them. And when you're ready, your mind will become still. Mind will become clear. Mind will become calm.
you to be open. You need to let your mind calm. Thank you for joining me on the mat today, yogis. Divine light within me honors the divine light within each of you and within all other living beings. May you shine your beautiful light upon the world, and may the world shine its light upon you. Namaste.